The scary videos on this creepy top 15 list have caught weird things on camera that are strange, mysterious, and horrifying. So let's count down 15 scary things caught on camera that will creep everyone out because this weird stuff is oddly terrifying. Number 15. Creepy CCTV security footage of a paranormal ghost encounter is what one scared security officer thinks these spooky moments show. He was surveying the premises on a routine patrol when he had some weird things caught on camera worth looking into. While looking into the parking lot, he says this car door opened by itself in a mysterious way that creeps him out. And when the security guard looks at his workplace camera to further investigate, the video shows him more creepy weird stuff that makes him wonder if this is real ghost activity. He comes to the conclusion that this is evidence of a real paranormal experience because of a few scary moments at 11 seconds into the video that leave him spooked. A weird floating white light glides across the interior of the car shortly before the door opens, a possible ghostly entity in white light that gives him the creeps upon further analysis. He says all of this weird ghost stuff happened at Northgate College Station in Texas, and that when the owner was contacted as part of his job, they were really freaked out. Is this strange video paranormal, or did the owner not shut the door all the way and the wind opened it? If that's the case, then what was that weird, mysterious white light floating across moments before? Do you believe his paranormal experience when he claims this could be a real ghost in white light caught on camera? Number 14. A strangely scary video from Sergio Sanchez shows what he calls paranormal evidence of a ghost closing his door, which is both weird and creepy at the same time. He and his wife are left severely freaked out after recording the bedroom door slowly closing by itself at night. All the scared couple could do is whisper about whether a ghost is really shutting their door, because it's hard to tell if the door is really closing by itself or if they're losing their minds. And then some creepy stuff happens, and the possible paranormal ghost activity is all caught on video, much to their horror. They say a ghost is closing the door because this happens a lot, and they have a fan on the other side to prove that it was not the wind blowing the door closed. With that said, someone could be hiding behind the couch, and the purse hanging on the doorknob looks like a heavy item that could help the door be pushed closed. Was it placed there for such a purpose? Sergio says this is a paranormal experience in a haunted bedroom. Do you believe his experience? There's no way to tell for sure, and that's what makes this ghost hunting video so weird. Oh, and one more thing that's creepy. 4 minutes into the video, moments after the door supposedly closes all on its own, an unknown shadowy figure is caught on tape peering into their room before disappearing into the hall. No one else was supposedly in the house at the time. Was it the work of shadow people like some suspect? Number 13. Here's a creepy doorbell cam video that's just scary stuff all around. Scary for the person who caught these alarming moments on home video, and scary for this stranger for reasons that I'll get to in just a moment. So this weird unknown person comes out of the shadows and starts freaking out, frantically running her hands all over herself like she's breaking with reality and losing her mind with fear. It looks like she's in shock and possibly trying to get help, but what she does next is just strange beyond belief. She's digging at her face and skin in what could be a case of parasitosis. It's a very frightening delusion in which the person hallucinates a parasite infection is under their skin and often consuming them from within, and I think it might be what's scaring this woman. Parasitosis hallucinations are characterized by scratching and picking at the skin, uncomfortable physical sensations, and psychological symptoms like rage. I hope this mysterious visitor gets the help they need because, most of all, I'm glad the homeowner looked at their security system and didn't open the door because this scary person is behaving really weirdly, and there's no telling what other scary things this stranger would do in an up-close encounter. Number 12. In this mysterious unexplained video, scary sightings of strange white lights in the sky have experts all over the world baffled by creepy stuff they cannot explain. The perplexing pillars of weird lights in the sky, sighted in broad daylight, are moving some people towards panicked reactions. Even the leading weather expert in China admits they've never seen anything like this creepy giant pillar of light in the sky, though they suspect the strange lights have to do with water vapor condensing in the sky to create what is essentially a large optical illusion. Or at least that's the official explanation. What do you believe is going on in this strange video? And do you think this is really a leaked video that they're trying to hide? Most people agree stuff in the sky like this should not exist, and that seeing a monstrous beam of light ascending to the clouds would be terrifying. Could this really be an encounter with visitors beyond our planet, real paranormal activity, or any of the other scary things the internet has been saying about this unexplained video? What is causing this giant pillar of light in the sky? At 17 seconds, the sky looks tinged with clouds of smog. Could light be reflecting off the pollution? Number 11. What would you do if you were watching a lightning storm and a ball of plasma silently entered your house? That's apparently what happened in this terrifying home footage when a ball of lightning was caught on camera in the house of a scared family in Japan. They watched in stunned amazement, capturing incredible footage as an electrified plasma ball begins exploring their house. I definitely would be running away screaming if I saw this in real life, and not follow it room to room like they do. Thankfully, they don't touch the strange object, or else they would have gotten zapped. I was sure this scary scenario had to be made up, because these weird moments caught on video sound like they should not exist. But the terrifying phenomenon is called ball lightning, and appears to be a rare and legitimate occurrence witnessed by 5% of the world. As explained by Google, ball lightning is a legitimate, unexplained phenomenon in which a ball of plasma caused by lightning can go inside of a house, sometimes entering through a closed window. So even though the ball of lightning entering your house is one of the scariest things I've ever heard of, is this creepy video real or fake? Scary stuff indeed. Number 10. The terrifying home video you're about to see looks like paranormal poltergeist activity caught on camera. But these horrifying moments are actually way scarier than a ghost haunting your home. Objects are caught on tape moving everywhere. Chairs, tables, furniture, and household items thrown to the ground, and lights turned on by themselves like the house is haunted by a rampaging ghost. But this is scary CCTV home video footage of the Acapulco earthquake, not a poltergeist throwing things. 10 seconds into the scary video, you can watch the doorway shake and slide as the house moves back and forth on its own foundation, along with every object inside. The scariest part of this video, aside from watching a living room get torn apart in moments, is that the earthquake was a 7.4 on the Richter scale, the system used to categorize earthquakes. You would think that this means a 7.4 out of 10, but what's scary about the Richter scale is it has no limits, and the largest earthquake the world has ever seen was an 8.6 on the scale. That's one frightening fact I did not need to learn. Number 9. Okay, here's a weird video of some strange activity caught on camera that has been freaking everybody out. A large statue is moving down the street with a group, and then apparently the statue is caught on tape moving by itself, if this creepy video is to be believed, and it's some really weird stuff to consider. One of the people carrying the statue slips, and when the sculpture tips over, they say its hand moves into place as if to catch itself, and then the statue moves its hand again as if in concern for the person who just fell. This video, while creepy, could be explained by gravity. The statue seems to be moving out of a praying pose as they fall. Some people are saying that this statue is too heavy to move by itself, but if the statue was too heavy to move by itself, then the object should likewise be too heavy to carry, let alone run with. What do you think was going on in this weird video? Has a statue really been caught on tape moving by itself? Or is there a more believable explanation to this creepy footage than a paranormal experience? Number 8. Strange things caught on a Ring doorbell cam has a family alarmed and wondering what kind of weird stuff is lurking outside of their home at night. A small unknown object moves towards the camera in a weird way. Not an insect flapping its wings so much as an odd transparent entity gliding towards their house in a way they find most unnatural. The creeped out family doesn't know what this is a sighting of, and guesses range from an unidentified creature like an insect to a ghost. The strangest part about this video is how this eerie thing might mysteriously disappear in midair at 6 seconds. Everyone in the house wants to know what this was a strange sighting of that they've caught on their Ring camera, and now so do I. Number 7. Angel Guerrero has been haunted by some scary things in his house, and now it's time to go searching the place to confront his worst fears on camera. A night creature is waiting to spook them in the eerie attic.
Oh.
Clinging outside of the kid's room is this creature of the night. Not exactly a giant animal caught on camera in this instance, but hey, when there's a bat in the house and you're stuck alone in the same room with the animal, I'm sure the critter looks like a giant. This part of the suspenseful video is where things get creepy. Stuffing a bat into a box is how to catch a bat and get it out of your house if you're brave. Though, as I hear the loud sounds of it thumping around inside, I think I'd be too freaked out to remove a bat from my house in this way. That's how to remove a bat, he says. Do you agree?
That's how you catch a bat.
I'm glad it worked, but I'm afraid he could be putting himself in danger and maybe even the bat if things went wrong. For those who are not so brave, what's the best way to remove a bat from your house besides chasing it around and catching it in a box? Number 6. A YouTube live streamer called R-Peak has caught some scary moments that could be the final moments of his life caught on camera. The New Jersey native is in his car driving through the floods of Pittstown when some scary stuff happens.
Door yet, but it looks by looking out the window like it's up to the bottom of my door. I might be getting flooded here in a little bit. I'm just going to sit in here.
His car is stuck in a flash flood with the water levels rising fast. He needs to be rescued out of this flood, or else his final moments are near. The water is freezing, deep, and there really isn't anywhere for him to go. As he live streams, his audience grows more and more scared for him. He becomes more brave, finally realizing these could be his last moments on livestream. He seems strangely at peace and very serious.
It's just gonna be up to the Lord to bring this water back down, because there ain't nothing anybody can do to get me out of here. Serious. He'll either get me through this or I'll get to meet him in person pretty soon. Either way. Either way.
One other car is in the same unlucky situation as he is, though it's unclear if anyone is trapped inside. Then, when all looks lost, his final scary moments are not caught on livestream after all.
I know that's him. What a crazy man. Woo! Come on, buddy.
Just when it looks like all is lost, a man riding farm equipment performs an emergency flood rescue mission and gets our peak out of the water. Hats off to this brave hero, and remember, never go out into a flood unless you want to be in the same position. And unlike our peak situation, there might not be a rescue. Number 5. Wouldn't it be scary if your neighbor was creeping close to home while invisible? An alleged inventor named Donald Washington does some wildly weird stuff in this viral video that has millions of people freaking out on the internet. The nonchalant neighbor appears to be unfolding something while talking on camera, and then he disappears in front of the entire neighborhood, or so he claims. Is this video really true? One commenter asks. Fake, nice try, says another. At 42 seconds, the wind blows this plastic bag, and the object disappears when it moves behind him. If this video is fake, then he's holding a green cloth in front of a green screen. If the video is real, then no one knows what this top secret material is made of or where he got it from. What do you make of this strange video? With over 2 million views, it's worth a closer investigation. Number 4.
When I talk about it, I get chills down my spine.
As of May of 2021, there are some normal-looking photos with disturbing backstories that cannot be explained. And this stuff gets creepy when you think about how it could happen anywhere, even to you. This large hole was created from a mysterious object that came crashing down through the sky into a terrified Wisconsin man's home. A 12-pound object buried in rubble after its fall far above. But what is this scary thing that almost took his life, and where did it come from? In the wreckage sits a mysterious block of ice. Ice from where, nobody knows. It looks no different than ice on the ground during the winter. And had there not been the giant hole in his roof from where it fell through, few would have believed this weird story about the odd object falling from the sky. Scientists come and pick up the object for analysis because they aren't sure if it's from a plane or the moon or wherever. And here's the strange backstory to these creepy photos, and it gets a little disturbing. This happened in May of 2021, and the most recent article I could find was from June, a month later. You're probably wondering what the chunk of ice was. The article begins and then goes on to say the experts are baffled by the results of the tests that they ran. Their best guess is that this was a rare encounter with a mega cryometeor, which is basically a catch-all meteor term scientists use when stuff falls out of the sky and they have no idea what the object is. Only a dozen of these rare oddities have been spotted worldwide, and nobody knows what they're made of or where they come from. Outer space, airplanes, or at random. So basically, the more fascinated scientists become, the more freaked out you should be. Because advanced chemists can't figure out what this stuff is made out of. It's not normal ice, even though the photo looks kind of normal. And who knows what kind of bacteria and other scary things come from space ice. Nothing good, I would imagine. Number 3. Ghost hunter Ben Forrester has caught some strange paranormal video evidence on a type of ghost hunting camera software I've not seen before, and we'll discuss in just a moment. Scary stuff happens when he sees what he calls the ghost of a shadow person, an odd light anomaly that only appears in a haunted mirror.
Thank you. I'll go this way, see if I see it. There it is, right there. Oh. There it is, right above that light.
Okay, so just to clarify, this arrow is pointing towards a light on his bed. That's not paranormal. Above the light, however, is a weird object that I've circled in the mirror, and that's what he calls a shadow person that visits him at night. He stands where the black mass is in the mirror to show that nothing is by his feet, and when he looks in the mirror, you can see it again. It's definitely strange, but it's hard to tell if this is paranormal evidence or just his mind playing tricks on him. It looks like he has some sort of video filter on called Vidma Screen Recorder. I did some research and couldn't find much about it being used for paranormal investigations, so if anyone has any experience ghost hunting with this technology, please let us know more about it and if it works for paranormal investigations. Number 2. Is this bizarre incident heartwarming or terrifying? Every once in a while, you come across a normal-looking video that's creepy beyond belief in ways you cannot really explain.
Hello.
Chris Power has some weird stuff he's caught on tape of a sea creature that's so smart, it's kind of scary. The creature seems to intently study him, and then repeats Chris's hand gesture to the best of its ability, using creepy tentacle appendages. It doesn't look like a random coincidence, and it's looking right at him the whole time. I always knew these sea creatures in particular were said to be smart, but how exactly does an octopus learn to say hello? This one appears to have been kept in captivity, so maybe this was a trick it learned for food. But if this was just some kind of spot reaction, then this video is weird and creepy. I'd like to get more background information on this weird video, so if you know anything else about this creepy creature, then tell us more about the strange specimen that appears to be learning how to become more like us than we care to admit. Number 1. In this creepy video is an old abandoned cave mine you'd never want to get stuck in. YouTuber Connor Kelly calls this scary mine exploration video one of the creepiest things he's ever caught on camera. And after seeing what's trapped down there, I would have to agree with him. This video is scary. They're exploring the old creepy McCoy mine in Nevada, part of the 3rd largest silver mining district in the world. The cave tunnels in this part are largely abandoned, or so they think. And after a great deal of exploration, Connor notices a weird, mysterious light caught on camera, glinting at him from the back of one of the tunnels.
So, do you see that reflection? I tried to...
Check it out. Go slow.
Oh.
Caught on video in the cave corner is a whole lot of creepy stuff that does not belong in a tunnel. Piles of disregarded shoes, small sizes, kids. Connor describes the chills he felt looking at the scariest things he ever saw. Evidence of a beast or a maniac with a penchant for the unthinkable. And on top of the shoes, they found something even scarier. Haunting evidence of a skeleton down there with them in the mine. Deeper in the cave is a darker, smaller entrance with more skeletal remains, possibly human. What sort of huge, horrific cave creature lives down here is unknown, but the beast has to be giant and has a massive appetite to drag so many to their final resting place. They decide to turn around and say they feel horrified for the rest of the trip. They're asking for any theories as to what has happened down there in the cave, And unless this was a scene set up to scare random explorers, it looks like it could be real. What do you think about this scary video? Hopefully they called the police. This was in 2019, and no further updates have been given since, and the channel has not updated in a year. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more of everything Billnose.